I'm gonna go to 579.6. 579.6. I'm gonna go verify that, okay? But now you could see these holes are round now, they're not wonky. That's all I did is I exploded the view. I'm gonna go verify the size real quick. All right, so I just verified the size. It's 579.56. Okay, so I've got everything selected, okay? And I have this T6 aluminum, right here. I have it in the computer underneath my like forest green color here. And then if I go up to layer, and it changed everything to this forest green, I go to layer and I'm gonna verify my layer, okay? So this layer right here is showing is at 30, okay? I have a program in here, but I know right now it needs to be 2.0, but this is what, I'm just doing this just for testing purposes so I could show you what to do here to change the parameters here. So we want this to go at 2 meters a minute. We're on air or nitrogen, okay? 0.8 bar and stuff like this, so 100. So, but the other thing I'm gonna do is the pierce delay, I'm gonna make it 2-stage, and I'll show you why in another video. So 2-stage pierce delay, but this right here needs to be, oh, hold on. I need to go to this layer, to my forest green layer. So there's 2, okay? And then 2-stage pierce delay. You wanna make sure that this is on air. It's seeing multiple layers over here. This defilm layer right here is when I was showing you the engraving. So if I go back to that green layer, I can turn off defilm and it gets rid of that tab. But we're only working with the forest green color here, okay? So here's the parameters for 3 millimeter and 100 or 100 thousandths aluminum, T6 aluminum. Okay, and then I'm just gonna click OK. And for the most part, what I do is, I won't do common line cutting on this one, just to show you the difference, but I'll show you how to do the lead ins and lead outs here in just a minute. Okay, so now you select, if you select the whole part, that's forest green, okay? And then I'm just gonna cut one piece at a time here, so for simple timing. So process selected only, okay? So I'm gonna now, but see, there's no lead ins or lead outs on this, okay? I only want lead ins for this, so I'm gonna come up here, as simple as click lead in. It brings this up and it brings you up all these parameters. A lot of the stuff is already kind of preset. 5 millimeters is okay, and I'll show you how. So I have it as check lead, okay? I'm gonna let the computer do its thing, because sometimes if the lead is gonna be bad, it'll have a little red square around it. So I'm gonna click OK, and then now here's the leads, okay? So if I zoom all the way in here, these leads are inside the circles, and that's what we want, okay? And so now that my lead ins are all good on the entire thing here, okay? I've got it all completely highlighted. So it's only gonna cut just the one here, okay? So then what I'll do is I'll come over here. I'll go over the setup with you, but so I'll bring this over, and I'm looking at the red dot there. And that goes just off of the thing, right? And so I'm gonna press the step, I'm gonna press and hold, and I'm gonna press the up arrow, and watch, I'm just gonna be able to bump it up until that line comes off of there. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna press the left arrow, and I get the line right on the edge right there. And then now I should be ready to cut. So I'll always test and make sure. I got gas. Yep, okay. My shutter, the shutter right there, if that shutter is pressed, like you have to press that to get started on anything, but I've already have that pressed, and I'll show you on the video. So I'll show you, this is, well here, I'll show you. If I press shutter, it basically shutters the eye, like you can't see. So I'm gonna press shutter, and it turns it off, right? So now the laser won't cut at all. It won't even shoot a beam, but if I hit shutter, I'm opening it, so now it should be able to cut. All right, so here's the cut for that first panel. I want you to watch and see that the laser is gonna come down, it's gonna fire the laser from up high, and then it'll come down and initiate its cut. Here we go. I'm just hitting the green button, the start green button. Stop. I have too many things on the sheet. So now that didn't start where I wanted it to. So I'm gonna show you how to fix that. Okay, so here's the reason. It thinks it's way over here, okay? But these other items that I had on here that I was playing with earlier, I'm just gonna delete those out of there, okay? And then I'm just gonna delete, if I just delete this guy out, that, because I'm only cutting the one piece right now, I'm gonna delete that out of there. So now I could just hit Control Z and bring that other guy in. Now it only sees this one part right here. When I always hit pause. Remember when it ran over that way? I hit the pause button. And the only reason why I'm showing you this as a simulated mess up here, because so you can see like what happens and why, because this is going to be important so you're not ruining sheets of metal, okay? So I just hit the pause button. And then now after I hit the pause button, that thing stopped over there. And then if I hit stop, it automatically returns over to exactly where I had it before here. Okay, so in the other video I was telling you about doing the lead-ins and stuff like that, and then I just clicked the select only. Well, here's like a good reason, and I'll show you. And I just made this happen just so you can kind of see how I fix it, just for simplicity. I'm sure there's many ways you can do this, okay? But that hole is different size than this hole right here, okay? So what I do is, see, this is telling me, hey, there's gonna be an error right here. Do you want that? So you always wanna zoom in on all your stuff and have a look, okay? So what I'll do is I'll click this as a whole piece, okay? I'm just gonna go Control C, okay? And then I'm gonna go Control V, okay? So now I have another one right here, okay? So what I'll do is I'll set this kind of like this right here. I'm gonna take this one and I'm just gonna turn this one a color that I don't care about, okay? So now I take this guy right here and I'm just gonna put it right, ooh, hold on here. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go Control Z, move that back because I have both of them selected right now. So now I'm gonna select this guy and I'm gonna move it right where it needs to go here. It's hard to do it when I'm looking from the phone, so now I'm gonna select that guy, move it. Okay, and I'll just kind of overlay over top of that purple guy. Okay, and that's all I do. So I'm gonna fix this without having to look at the phone.